Waiting minutes for a local model just to write a simple script is incredibly annoying. Ornith 1.5 has just dropped and it can write code at lightning fast speeds while being really small in the computer memory and beating the other competitors in the coding benchmarks. Today I'm going to cover all the key details of this model and also be downloading this in my system to make a code builder with it using its excellent thinking traces. Welcome back to Build with AI series, where I cover local AI free tools and models and build practical AI projects with them. And today's focus is gonna be on the Ornith 1.5 model, which is proving to be the #1 local mixture of experts model in the small weight class. This model is a self-refining agentic developer which can build complex programs all by itself while fixing all the issues quickly. The model is actually pretty huge in size, as the total number of parameters are 35 billion, but it uses a mixture of expert reasoning engine which only activates 3 billion parameters on a particular task. This makes it absolute best in its weight class, as it scores incredibly high on the major programming test, beating every other offline model in this same weight class today. And on a 12 GB VRAM setup, it can give 57 tokens per second speed. It can generate words and build your entire code really fast for a smooth experience. And it uses a multi-token prediction technique where a small draft model is used to predict tokens up ahead. And the accuracy of that small draft model is also really good, sitting at almost 90%, which means it really has to correct itself later. So this keeps the whole generation process fast and also reliable. Now before going inside the engine, I'm going to be downloading the GGF file inside my own system. GGF just means all the model weights are compressed into a single file, which you can directly download and load it in your system memory. There are different quantizations available, like the full 16-bit quantization, where you can think of it as each number in neural network is taking 16-bit of memory in your system, while in other quantizations, all the precision of those numbers are reduced, so they take only 4-bit or 5-bit of memory. This leads to a small decrease in the accuracy, but the download size and the memory requirements just trim down to half. If you want to know which model is suitable for your setup, you can refer to this table, where for the smallest 4-bit quantization, the file size is around 6 GB big, and the memory requirement is around 4 to 6 GB of VRAM. And with this configuration, you will get around 8 to 16,000 of context window, which is decent enough for a single task. But if you want to do multi-file code refactoring, you have to go for the higher quantizations, which will be higher in size and also require more memory. For testing this right now, I'm going to be downloading the 4-bit quantization by just clicking on this download button. Now while the model is downloading, let us look at inside the engine of this model. First, you will give this model a particular prompt or a bug, and it will read your request carefully to understand the complete goal. And then it enters a special planning phase where it breaks down your big problem into small steps. So it creates a complete outline before it starts writing the code. Next, a routing system will redirect the work efficiently, sending your prompt to the best internal expert, which saves you memory while keeping the output quality really high. Here, mixture of experts just means that there are different experts for different kind of tasks, and basis your input task, only those specific experts will be activated. And when the agent starts typing, a dedicated predictor kicks in, which guesses the exact syntax that the main model will be needing, which results in higher accuracy of code and also faster generations. And finally, it delivers a completely polished and working solution, and it can also edit multiple files at once, so you get a ready-to-run program immediately. A major benefit in this model is how it handles our computer resources, as it keeps the inactive part of brain offloaded in our RAM, while the active part stays in the fast graphic card memory. And this hardware trick, along with the native next token speculation, allows the AI to code really fast, as the predictions are almost accurate, having 97% token acceptance rates. So this model is perfect for autonomous agentic coding, where it can plan the complete software architecture completely independently, and then can write and update logic across your entire project folder. And it is also incredibly good at fixing tricky bugs, scoring really well in the SWE benchmarks, so it can accurately apply all the fixes that are needed in your code repository. And if your server crashes, it can read all of your raw terminal logs and automatically call all the tools that are required for correction. And as we mentioned, the token generation speed is 57 tokens per second, and the agent runs in complete self-refining loop, discovering all the inaccuracies and correcting by itself. And the maximum context memory is 128,000 tokens, so it is perfect if you're doing long debugging sessions that takes hours to complete. Now before looking at the benchmark numbers, let us look at the project that we are going to be building. And once you download this model and put this in your model subfolder, you need to register this in your Ollama directory. So Ollama is just a software that is used to run local models in our system. If you don't have it downloaded, just go to llama.com/download and download the software according to your platform. So to register the GGF file in Ollama, we need to create a custom model file, which will take the base file that we have downloaded, and you can also add some system instructions, but for now I'm just adding it that you are an advanced reasoning model. So this model file will tell Ollama to take this base model and update the system instructions. And now to run this model file, you just need to copy this command, go to terminal and paste it here. Now for the project logic, I have this main.py file where I'm going to be asking the model to build a complete HTML code, and it also has to give its full thinking process so we can understand the step-by-step process it has taken to build the complete code. So in the system instructions, I'm writing you are an advanced reasoning model. Always output all of your step-by-step reasoning inside the thinking blocks, followed by the complete application code inside the HTML tags. So later on, when the model gives the raw text response, we would be able to separate the thinking tags and the HTML code directly. And then whatever is the user request for building the final application, we are going to be putting in the user role. Then I'm going to be sending the request to the local Ollama URL using the request library in Python, and I'm going to extract the raw text response using the message key. And the task that I'm going to be giving this model is to build a full log monitoring dashboard where it has to use a gold and dark mode theme with 3 dedicated sections to check the error counts, the CPU load, and the latency spikes. So this would be a dummy server logs where we are checking how many errors we are getting, how much is the load on the CPU, and if we are getting any high latencies while giving any responses. And it should give a live table with all color-coded warnings like info, warning, and critical messages, and also an automated action panel. Finally, we need to define the styles of different sections, like I want a clean glass morphism card containers, which should have some subtle borders, smooth animations when I'm moving my mouse there, responsive layouts, and all the fonts should be crisp. And once I get the raw response from the Ollama model, I'm going to be parsing the thinking trace and the application HTML code using the parse model output function that we have defined here, which will check all the thinking tags to get the full thinking trace and also the HTML tags to get the full application code. So once we get both of these output, we are just going to be saving the final output files. So first there will be an output markdown file which will have the target prompt that we had given as input, and the thinking trace and the final application code. And to also launch the application, I'm going to be saving it in a separate HTML file here. Now to launch the whole pipeline, you just need to call this main file. So just go to terminal and send python main.py command. So now let's look at the benchmark numbers while the model is generating all the outputs. First up, we have the professional software engineering benchmark, where our current Ornith model is beating all the competitors in the same weight class, like the Qwen 3.6 35B or the frontier models from Google Gemma family, and also the MetaMuse Glimmer. And even on the Pro benchmark, which has some deep complex problems, it is again scoring the number 1 spot, having almost 7 to 8% jump from the earlier competitors. And even on NL2 repo benchmark, which checks how well it understands whole code repositories, it is even beating the current Qwen king of Qwen 3.8 27B, which has just been recently released by Qwen 3 to 4 days back. It can understand complex file structures really well, as it is beating all the local model kings. And the architecture is also a mixture of experts plus the multi-token predictions, making it do generations at really fast speeds compared to these other models. Now I can see outputs are ready in my outputs folder. So this is the first markdown file, which has listed my user request, the full thinking process the model has taken. So it is analyzing my full request and the color strategy that I have requested, and laying out the full architecture with different sections that it will be adding, and also the visual aesthetics that I had mentioned at the end of my request. And it has given the full HTML code as well, which I can also see in this scaffold application.html. I'll just open it in my local browser, and I can see dashboard is completely following the dark mode theme that I requested, with all the hover animations also there when I'm moving the mouse in different sections. Then there is a system log stream with different color codes for critical, warning, and info tags, and there are some filter options as well if I only want to see critical, warning, or info messages. And there's also a search logs button. So let's say if we go to all and I just search pool, let's say, so I'm only getting the service which has pool in the name. Just keep in mind that everything is being done in a single HTML file. So all these search features and the different navigation features are directly embedded inside the HTML. Then there is a live action panel as well. Let's say if I want to flush the DB pool, I can just click on this button. And right now I think it is doing some dummy actions. So when I'm clicking on these different buttons, it is executing some actions, but hopefully it is not flushing or purging any of my computer databases. But as this is just a single file HTML, it will not be able to execute any commands in my system. It is able to give me the full responsive dashboard while also satisfying all the requirements that I had given in the initial prompt. So you can similarly use it to build any other applications that you want, but just watch out for some things while using this model, as you must format your questions in a very specific way. Otherwise, the planning or thinking phase might get stuck in endless loops. As it is using a combined MTP drafter as well, the speed of your computer RAM will really matter, as faster system RAM will directly improve the code generation speeds. So overall, the Ornith 1.5 model is a massive leap forward for offline software programming, as it is bringing top-tier automated coding right on our standard consumer hardware. As usual, you can find all the code files and the README file with the step-by-step instruction on how you can set up the model will be available in GitHub link in description and pinned comments, so you can directly follow along all the steps and get started with the project right now. Let me know in comments if you want me to cover more such AI tools and models, and follow the channel for more AI builds, updates and workflows.